Hi, I'm Alderwoman Sheila Finlayson. Welcome to our Annapolis. Today I'm very pleased to have with me Ms. Susan Taylor, who is a housing and volunteer program coordinator with the Maryland Department of Aging.
Yes.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
And welcome.
Glad to be here.
The Department of Aging has an office in Anne Arundel County, but I suspect you're part of a larger organization, being the state of Maryland.
Exactly. Our offices are located in Baltimore, and we administer lots of different programs throughout the state in conjunction with our local area agencies on aging. And Anne Arundel has a very fine area agency on aging, and they have two offices, one here in Annapolis and one in Glen Burnie.
So the Department of Aging has a long list, I think, of programs that are available to our seniors. You just said that we have an office here in Annapolis.
To access services through the county offices, absolutely, yes.
So if our seniors are watching, what types of programs should they look to the Department of Aging to provide?
Well, housing, long-term care and support services, housing services, housing assistance, nutrition and well-being services, senior centers, transportations in some respects are some other things that we do, legal services, elder abuse prevention.
It sounds like there are many programs that will help our seniors in their quality of life, let's just say.
Absolutely, and our goal is to have people age in place. Mm-hmm. To stay in the community, stay where they feel comfortable, stay where their support systems are. And in fact, the motto of the department is, live well, age well. So that's what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to keep people engaged, keep them feeling just part of what's going on, and so we can support them in any way we can. That's what we want to do.
Well, I know you have a senior center in my ward at the Bates Heritage Center, mm-hmm. and I've been there on many, many occasions, and the numbers seem to be continuing to grow.
Absolutely. Well, the population is exploding for the 60 and over, 62 and over. And I think by, sort of 2050, we're going to be in the 25% range in terms of what our population is looking like from the younger generation. The millennials and the baby boomers are now going to be a very, very large part of our constituency. Mm-hmm. And so we have to really focus on putting our energy and our treasure into supporting that group.
Well, I think our seniors know a little bit about what you do. And I think through this program, mm-hmm. they will learn about other programs. You mentioned housing.
I did.
So do you assist them in finding housing, maintaining in their own homes?
Both of those things. The senior care program helps folks stay in their homes if they need, let's say, 3 hours of companionship during mm-hmm. the week or housekeeping, light chores. We also have a program called the Senior Assisted Living Group Home Program, which helps folks figure out a group home situation, 4 to 16 bed, for example, that lets them have a little more support 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we also, in between those two things, have a program called congregate housing. And you have a congregate housing facility here in Annapolis at the Morris Blum. And we have a relationship with them. And what we do is we try to support folks who have a lower or middle income mm-hmm.
to
To help bridge the gap between their rent, and these are independent apartments, kitchens, bathrooms, mm-hmm, that kind of thing, but it's offering a congregate setting for meals, support for laundry, support for the activities of daily living, mm-hmm. Just if grooming perhaps, mm-hmm. Dressing. If you need that kind of support, but you don't need a full-blown medical facility, and you want to stay connected and be part of a group, be part of a community, then that's a great option. Mm-hmm. And we're hoping, again, to facilitate that for folks.
And you said you're at Morris Blum with that program
we are.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
So it's already in our city.
It is.
Medical is an issue that
Mm-hmm.
most of our seniors are concerned about. Getting their
Sure.
medications, being able to afford their medications.
Absolutely.
So do you deal with assistance in that capacity also?
We deal with a lot of help in the Medicare and Medicaid counseling. We have a program called the SHIP program, which is the State Health Insurance Information Program, and also the Senior Medicare Patrol. So we have lots of volunteers throughout the state who will help people navigate through the labyrinth sometimes that it is of Medicare and their prescription benefits as well. So we try to help people make the best decision for their particular situation.
Well, I'm almost in the donut hole.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that means. And I think I'm pretty smart, but I'm challenged.
It's an overwhelming amount of information, and so it is. I would encourage you to call the Maryland Access Point and have someone sit down with you who has basically studied this for 6 or 8 months before they're qualified to give you information to help you navigate through that.
I'll get that information
Absolutely.
from you before
Good,
we leave
good.
today.
I want you to.
Absolutely. And as you said, we're an aging population.
Yes.
When I go to Bates, I see my classmates.
Absolutely.
There. So it's not for the 80s and 90-year-olds, even
No.
though we want them to come out also. But, 60s, we're there.
Well, and again, as you touched on, the programs and the support systems, that's what we want people to understand, that they have these types of things. And so, again, through Maryland Access Point and through our counties and through some of our own programs like this, we're trying to get the word out. Hey, tap into what we can offer you, and it'll make your golden years the best years.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we want.
That's
we want
exactly what we want.
We want our residents, our seniors, to stay in our city,
Right.
and be comfortable and supported
Yes.
in our city.
And feel welcomed.
And feel welcome, absolutely. So you have a new program.
We do.
The Maryland Senior Call
Check program.
Check program.
Yes.
Tell us how that works.
Yes, it's a new program. We're very excited about it. It's free. We're rolling it out to see what kind of response we're going to get. So this is we're testing the waters a little bit. But what we're asking people to do if they need the support is to simply call the system, register, and they will get a phone call every day, an automated call, and they can choose whether it be a morning or an afternoon call, just to see that everything's okay. Just to make sure you're answering the phone.
So if they answer the phone, if he or she answers the phone, and they need some assistance, how does that connect? Does that then connect them to a person?
No, this is not a supported services. It's not like a life alert.
Okay.
It is simply a check-in every day, and if that check-in is not acknowledged for a day, then they will call their contact person, either their son or daughter, adult son or daughter, friend, neighbor, a pastor, any of those fallback. So it is simply an everyday touch base type of situation.
And if he or she happens to be out at the senior center and he doesn't get the call, then the following day, another call will come.
Yes.
If he doesn't answer, then family, close next of kin or whatever, whomever, will then answer, will get a call.
We'll get a call.
Okay.
They'll get a call the first day they don't answer.
Okay.
So,
okay.
We do have a backup system if you're going on vacation or you don't want to have a call. You can certainly program it not to do that for a week or 2 weeks, and then you just have to turn it back on.
Is there a way? My dad lives in Milwaukee. He just turned 94, 1st of September.
Bless him, yeah.
And his sister, who lives with him, is 98. She'll be 99 in January, and they live alone.
Oh yeah.
And I bought the Life Alert
Right.
It's connected to our alarm system. I got 2 of them. She wears hers. He sent his back because he doesn't need it.
Right.
This is a man who rides his bike down the driveway, his tricycle, to get his newspaper every morning. So he's in good shape,
Right,
you know,
right.
but he doesn't. But the alarm company, whenever she hits it, they call.
Mm-hmm.
And actually there's a speaker so they can talk to her and say, is everything okay? She generally doesn't hear, so then they call and then set the whole alarm thing off
Right.
all over again. He doesn't like it at all. And I guess my question is, how do you address the seniors who feel like this is intrusive? They don't have to sign up for it.
They don't have to sign up for it.
Okay.
And it's not something they have to wear.
Okay.
It's not something that anybody would know that they were on. It is a phone call to their home phone or their cell phone that they would get every morning at 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
And all they would have to do is answer, and that would stop the process of, you know, having a backup call, having somebody check on them. So it's simply a sort of a second layer of safeguarding, just to make sure that everything is fine. And again, it's not intrusive because nobody knows that you're even involved in it. So he wouldn't be wearing a lanyard or anything of that nature.
Some of our seniors are tech savvy, like my dad.
Yeah.
I mean, the iPad, the iPhone, all the stuff. But a lot of our seniors are not.
Right, sure.
So is there a mechanism to give them assistance in signing up for the program?
They can either use the internet or they can just simply call. We have an 800
Okay.
number.
So we'll post that 800
Yes.
number at the end of the show so that if you don't have access by internet, and we'll cite the internet address also.
Good, yes.
And then the phone number so they can just call.
They can just simply call and go through the registration in that way.
And they should have ready the contact person's
Absolutely.
information.
Absolutely.
So, you know, if they want a child to be called,
Right.
then they should have the contact information.
Exactly. Or their next door neighbor. It doesn't have to specifically be a family member, a friend, anybody they feel comfortable with.
Okay. And you said this is a pilot program.
It is. We're testing to see how it's accepted and what the need is. And I have a feeling it's going to be very successful. And I think it's a terrific program. Again, it's absolutely free. This is not something that you have to pay monthly. And I think it just is peace of mind, not only for the recipient, but also for the recipient's loved ones, I believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just another layer of giving our
Sure.
seniors comfort
To stay at home.
in their homes.
Yes.
So that's very important.
Yep, I agree.
I think that we have introduced the community to an exciting new program.
Good, I hope so.
And I hope that everyone will look into using the program. I suspect that the more people that sign up, the more successful it will be deemed.
Absolutely.
Through the Maryland Senior Call Check Program.
Yes,
So I'd like to thank you
my pleasure.
for joining me today. And again, we should encourage our seniors to sign up for the Maryland Senior Call Check Program. Have your contact information ready so that
Please.
when you either call in or go by computer to get signed up, you'll have all the information to provide.
Yes, thank you.
And I think you've also highlighted many of the programs that the Department of Aging provides to our community.
Yes, and I would encourage everyone to, and again, I hope we'll post the Maryland Access Point for Anne Arundel County here at the end of the broadcast, because that is your first point of contact to find out exactly all the different things that you can access.
Well, I think we'll post a list of the programs that are within
Thank you.
the pilot program or the Maryland
Access Point.
Access Point. I want to say pilot access point. So our seniors will know exactly what's available to them.
Terrific.
Even though it's not considered the city program, we are part of the county. So it is a
Absolutely.
program that we have every access to.
Absolutely.
So, Ms. Taylor, thank you very much. I appreciate you being with us today.
It was fun. Thank you so much.
And this is Alderwoman Finlayson saying see you until the next time.